Model Railroad Talk fans, yes, I'm back. It has been, yes, a while um, for a video. My main reasoning, I was actually getting ready to get in and do some videos because at that point, I had gotten quite a bit done on my railroad and it's starting to take shape, getting close to getting everything done. And then I went and did something to my back. So I've been off for work for several weeks with back issues. So unfortunately, the heavy construction of the layout has basically come to a screeching halt. Um, I have been able to do little things like work on rail cars and structures, and things that I can do sitting down. Um, got a couple of my locomotives that I had ordered. I'd ordered some Broadway Limited SD40s in the Canadian Pacific um, paint scheme, the Pac-Man paint scheme, and I got those in quite a while ago. And I'd ordered 4 of them in, and unfortunately they only had 2 road numbers. So I finally got those two of those, the matching duplicate, whatever road numbers, renumbered. I have been working on building rail cars and all that good stuff. I'm not at the scenery yet, stage yet, but I, through this time, what I've learned through this time is I've been able to go through my layout and look at places that I need to either change, add, remove, whatever. So I figured I'd give you guys an update on the layout. I'm going to switch the camera around here, and yeah, so we're going to take a tour of the layout. So with that being said, let me take you guys off the tripod here. So this is, so there's, you guys have seen this. Okay, that's where the computer is. But my upper level here, before I hurt my back, I was able to get some plexiglass in and I'll show you that because the track does run fairly close to the edge. Upper level fascia, lower level fascia here. I have this is just the sky background is just some poster board that I found at Hobby Lobby. If you know what Hobby Lobby is, I'm using it temporarily until I can get the rest of my 1/8 inch hardboard, which I'll show you back here. And those are just some buildings from modelbuildings.org that I printed off just flat and basically taped them up there just to give me some ideas. And we'll step back here, and as you can see, the upper level, or both levels here, lower level, upper level, and I decided to put a balance across the top. As you can see, I still have more to do, and even clear down there, I still have more to do. I like the look of it. The few times that I've done very little operating, just minor operating, I like it because it focuses you in on what you're doing, and pulls some of the distractions of not having a completely finished basement above it. Yes, I still have wires here I got to go and tie up, but a lot of that would require me to be like bending and twisting in ways that I can't and I shouldn't, and I'm not going to. The biggest thing though is right here. This is the last section for the upper level that I have to build for my bench work, and my bench work will be done. And unfortunately, the weekend that I was going to actually go get that to finish up the rest of the lumber, and I was going to get the rest of the 1/8 inch hardboard, is the weekend I hurt my back. So that's been 3-4 weeks ago, and I'm trying to get better, and as soon as I do, and all that stuff's done, then I will be back to building that. Really down here, nothing's really changed. down along here is about the same. The one thing I am have decided, so I've got this turnout coming out of the yard lead, where it goes over here into a set of crossovers and turnouts. And originally this was going to be like a rip track or whatever, but I've decided that I'm going to take one of these two inside tracks out, as they're not needed for operations and switching. I want to add a little bit of interest, and this turnout here is coming out, and so is this one, at some point, that is. The upper level I got actually the week of before the weekend that I hurt my back. I was able to get my main line in on the upper level, and I was able to get I actually changed out my if I think I showed you in the last video, my Overdue grain, which was going to be down here, that didn't fit. I ended up putting in a bigger one. It just fit better. This valance I'm actually going to cut up a little bit higher for that section, and then it's going to drop back down, so that way you can see Overdue a little better. And that I also took out. I had a turnout in this area right here that went from 1 track to 2 track. I took that out and ran it around over here for operation's sake. This one is going to be a keyed lock, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you see right here, I've got my main line, and I've got where it goes off into the siding. Right down here, I have a key, and right now it's in the on position, but when I turn that, this won't do anything, but when I turn this to the on position, I have the layout off, but it will allow the operators to throw those turnouts. I'm doing that on all the mainline ones just to add a little more element, a little more extra time. As you can see, I've got in a turnout here, and this one will be, it does have a slow motion tortoise switch machine hooked up to it. It's not wired yet because I can't get under the layout to wire it. But the other thing I got done was my upper gate. I had tried a lift gate with hinges. It didn't work. And I ended up having somebody, and hang on here, I'm pulling my pins so I can drop it down. I ended up having somebody give me the suggestion. Yes, the videos. There we go. On some one of the groups he's in, that he used. These are cabinet drawer slides, and so basically you can lift it up and down, and I have guides under there to keep it in place. But come out here, it runs the same way. Like I said, I've got plexiglass. I was able to get one more piece cut, but I wasn't able to get it in before I hurt my back. But I got plexiglass around there now too to keep, because the track's so close to the edge. But as you can see, I have, since the last video, gotten quite a bit done up until I hurt my back as far as physically building, like the layout portion of it. I got my drive-in movie theater switched or started. Right here you see kind of a little wiring mess I'm trying out. This is actually going to be, give me a second here, I'm plugging it in, I apologize. This is all, like I've shown you guys, this is, told you this is real, I'm not doing any editing. But photo sensors right here, so as soon as not enough light, it'll be for my crossing. And I've actually got extra photo sensors that I'm going to wire in, so that way I can have one far away on either side of the crossing when I get to that point, and then one right by the crossing on either side. So that way it's fully covered. You know, say the crossing's right here. I'll put one here, and then I'll put one back a little farther on either way. So that way I've got full coverage of that until the last car passes, and then it'll shut off. I'm going to flip you onto the tripod. All right. So as you can see, since the last video, I got a lot done, but like I said, the past several weeks, the major heavy construction has came to a screeching halt. I have been working on structures, like I stated, and weathering and whatever I can doing sitting down. And so far, I'm liking what you know, I wasn't going to do any of that until I got the rest of my bench work and my track laid and everything else. But like the old saying calls or goes, you know, desperate times calls for desperate measures. So it's kind of one of them things where it's like, well, what am I going to do to keep my sanity? Start building. I've got several more rail car kits that I purchased in the past that were kits, and I was saving them for the day, more or less for the day. Once my track work was done, I was working on scenery and I needed something to get away from doing that work. I would build a rail car kit. Well, I've been building a few of them off and on. And a lot of it has to do with as much as I can stand to build and do sitting down, because I can't really sit down for very long in certain chairs, like office chairs and stuff. But I also standing up, I can only stand up and walk around, move around for so long. So it's kind of like I have to pick and choose what I'm going to do, modeling, and go from there. But I wanted to give you guys a video. I've been thinking about it for a while now, and just with everything going on, every time I thought about doing a video, something either came up or I would come down to shoot a video and I just wasn't feeling it. So, yeah, I want to thank those new followers that have come on, and, you know, slowly but surely continuing to get new followers. And I thank you for those that not only follow us here on YouTube, but also listen to our audio podcast. We're continuing to make those. And I just want to thank you guys all for your support. So if you like what we're doing, consider liking and subscribing to our channel. If you like our audio podcast, maybe consider heading on over to patreon.com/model railroad talk and becoming a premium supporter. There's a few benefits there that I know a lot of people like. You know, and for any reason you'd like to help support, but you don't want to get into a monthly subscription deal, you know, reach out to us, modelrailroadtalk@gmail.com. We have several options for you. So thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. And until the next video, keep your train on the tracks.